Hey Millie, hey Millie, thanks for being redeeming first. How's everything? How's your day? How's it over there? Is it hot? You have AC in the workplace? So we got a new thing open, but I don't think I have enough. Yeah.
Tides of time rise and fall. Days and nights switch in the world.
So the new stuff that opened up in the game is the UTT Flash Gathering, which is like you collecting the cards to boost up your attacks and stuff. You also have Flowing in the Wind. So we're gonna check out some of the old stuff before we head to the new ones. I know I still have to unlock a lot of the stuff for this one too, because there's it goes by difficulties, and I think I got reached up to 3. I'm not sure how much further it goes up to. So I'm not sure if this is anything, but we're gonna do this one first since this is from the old half. Let's see, do we see this thing already? To the town! Prelude. A Zhongru is not supposed to have any personal feelings. She fell because of you, because of your personal feelings. Stay in the city, be their guardian, be a Zunrei, and then you understand her. Earthen ramparts and stone walls rise up in the horizon. The towering city gates loom ahead. Travelers come and go, pausing only briefly within the gate shadows to undergo inspections before they granted entry into the city. A bullock cart, sandwiched within the processions, slowly advances. It is halted in its tracks. Hey, stop there. What's in the cart? Just some dried mushrooms I bought to sell, sir. Despite this claim, the hatchback covered in cart is bulging unnaturally, as though something is hidden underneath. The guard pounds it with the scabbard of a sword. A small figure springs out from beneath it, startling everyone in the vicinity. She's chewing on a piece of dried mushroom, mumbling under her breath.
To Pay City.
Who are you? Why are you in my cart? Hey, you're eating my mushrooms. Mommy isn't here. The Dallas asked me to go to the city. Pay City. I'm hungry. Perhaps she got separated from her family. What's your name? Where do you come from? The guard extends his hand to help her down from the cart. She rejects the offer, instead grabbing another handful of mushrooms and stuffing them into her mouth. Then, with a deep leap, she lands on the back of the ox, pulling the cart. Hey, kid! Get down, now! The girl moves nimbly like a bouncy beam, striding with ease as she darts between the cart and horses. In the blink of an eye, she vanishes without a trace. Alright, so the 3rd and 9th. Wait, is this what we saw before first already, or was this something different? Oh, we did see this. Oh wait, no, we didn't. The 3rd and the 9th. Stage 1. The main city of Pei City bustles with activities. Crowd dongs the thoroughfare. The cries of vendors ring out. Silk drapes high over the streets, and piles of red pomegranates and walnuts rise in little towers on the market stall. A vendor pulls out some freshly baked sesame buns out of the earthen oven behind him and lays them in a steaming stack on the sale counter. They exude a aromatic fragrance. The little girl is huddled in front of the stall, her bare head barely peeking above the tabletop, her eyelids unwillingly transfixed to the sesame bun.
No, no.
Oh, give me. The little girl points into her open mouth with her finger.
Feeling hungry.
No money, no food. I'm running a business here. Now go away. Shoot! The little one, not understanding a word, casually snatches up a bun and devours it. In recent days, the entire merchant hub has come to know this little beggar, whose origin remains unknown, as she wanders the streets all day and night. Hey, beggar kid, give that back. You've been stealing buns from me for days. Although the little one does not understand the purpose of these words, she can still sense the building rage behind them. She turns tail and flee, but before she can take more than a step, she collides head-on with two figures. The large one.
Where are you going?
I heard endless complaints about you stealing. You're not getting away. Not this time. I'll get you locked up in prison, and then you'll never steal again. I wouldn't have expected the fella to deal with little girls. I assume she committed a felony? What you don't know, sir, is that this little beggar has been wandering the streets for days. No one knows where she came from. When she's thirsty, she drinks from the horse's straw. When she's hungry, she steals fruit from the vendors. She's quick as a sailing, too. No one could catch her when she entered the city. The patroller informed me a few days ago. The little girl struggles, attempting to break free from the large hand that grips her. The son leads down to scrutinize the young offender.
Huh?
What's your name? Have you been to school? No? Can you talk? I need to stay in the city. The city needs a Niangzi rule. She can talk. Perhaps she's from a decent family. If something happens to them, isn't it too harsh to put a little girl who suffers so much into prison? Let's not make a fuss of it. Actually, I was thinking that prison would provide her with food and shelter. In the meantime, I will work on locating her parents. My apologies. I suppose you are considered under the harsh exterior of yours. The son straightens up and strokes his beard. He appears to have already devised a plan for the beggar child's fate. After making their way down several streets, the three of them arrive at the tavern. It is filled with patrons. Amidst the clinking of cups and raising of toasts, idle chatter and laughter abound, creating a scene of merriment. As they enter, the scent of liquor hits their nostrils. A graceful figure moves swiftly among the clientele. Her presence as striking as it is efficient. Welcome, Lejeune. Fasho, what brings you here? Take a seat. You came just at the right time. I have some jars of melon brew that I haven't opened yet. I'm thinking that a couple of distinguished guests can do me a favor and have a first cup. Monsieur, you slippery little thing. If the sun hasn't come today, when would you have told us about these new arrivals? Poor us. Not even qualified to smell it. Monsieur feigns ignorance, playing scoldingly her patron with a smile. They burst into laughter. At this moment passes, one patron stands to invite the two officials to take a seat.
No.
We're not here to drink. You're not? Oh, well, everything above board here. We never even water it down and drink. Just ask them a guest, they'll tell you. Don't worry, monsieur. We're just here to check up on the stores.
Huh?
Is everything going well for your tavern? Yes, everything's fine. Some drinkers can get really talky, but that's all. No troublemakers, thanks to your management. You know, most days I have plenty of time to make the rice buns that I sell to the locals. But on liquor permit days, there are so many patrons in the tavern, and I have to serve all of them myself.
What a coincidence.
I have just found you a helper. Fakal steps aside. He is about to introduce the child to Miss Zhu when he turns around to find that the little beggar has disappeared without a trace. Where'd she go off to? She was just here now. Where'd she go? After a thorough search, she finds her curled up behind a counter. She refused to answer any of their questions. Listen, don't tell me this is the new helper you were talking about.
All right. Exactly.
Hey, Ray Ray, how's everything? There's no way I can take her. She looks more like a wild beast than a child. And she can't even speak fluently. She seems totally uncivilized. How could a girl like this help me? Honestly. If she stays here, I have to spend just as much time taking care of her as I do in the tavern. Listen, you better not throw this hot potato to me. You're right. She needs to be civilized. That's why I brought her here. Everyone in the city knows you're as sharp as a tack. Why? You can teach your monkey to talk if you had to. Besides, you're a kind person. No one is more suited to take care of a little girl than you. We have no clues where to find her parents. We can't just let her wander the streets. What about the charity hall? I'm running a tavern here, not a school. Besides, she hasn't spoken a word since she got here. Is she some sort of dumb? Upon hearing the words dumb, the beggar girl stands up and dusts off her sleeves. She looks around the room, finally resting her gaze upon Miss Zhu. What, no AC and no fans? For me, I'm just enduring the heat. That's why I also took it down tea time.
I'm not dumb. My mommy called me Joe.
Joe, does that mean you're the ninth in your family? Well, it's easy to remember. See? She didn't say a word to us the whole way here, but she's already talking to you. 3 and 9? What kind of fate could this be, if not a twisted one? Somehow, the pure gaze and innocence, carefree demeanor of this little beggar makes her difficult to show away. Even eventually, Miss Zhu's tones suffer. So, huh? You've been begging for days, yet you still have the energy to run and hide in a tavern? You must be healthy. She's quite the runner. Many adults couldn't keep up with her. Maybe she can help you run errands. But, you see, the extra food and clothing, I can barely earn enough money to feed myself. Let's waste no time instructing Falcao to produce the settlement fee and hand it over to Miss Zhu. The poncho gathers, eager to see the amount, but Miss Zhu waves them off with a flick of her wrist. They laugh among themselves and return to downing their drinks. This should be enough for now, but kids grow up so fast, you know. I have to get her new clothes, new shoes every now and then. I heard many rumors that Zhu's silver tongue. You surely don't disappoint.
Never mind.
Alright. You just won yourself the position of supplier of the Zinshi. You'll be responsible for the ceremonial liquor during festivals. Yeah, that's what I did before I started the stream. Thank you so much, Lindsay. I'll make the best liquor for the ceremony. And of course, I'll take good care of her. With matter concluded, Lindsay and Fakal does not linger any longer. There are still many tasks awaiting them in the city, and so they take their leaves. The tavern quickly regained the earlier liveliness. On the precious liquor permit day, not a single moment must be wasted. Miss Sue is still adjusting to the sudden arrival of the unexpected helper.
Okay. Follow me.
You'll be staying in the tavern from now on. Starting tomorrow, you'll help me run the business. If you need anything, just tell me. Oh, and don't steal from others again. Water? I'm thirsty. Water's in the yard. I'll get it for you. Two officials walk down the street, their pace leisurely as they converse about the event of the day. Let's see, why did you do all that to help the beggar girl? When I first looked at the girl, I had the feeling that I had the feeling that I'd seen her before. Besides, it would be a pity to have such a bright young thing roaming the streets. Recall nods, happily pressing down on the short sword on his waist, and casting a final glance back at the tavern before turning into the side street. I see. Hey Abby, how's everything? You sleep here tonight. It used to be a utility room, but I cleaned it, and the bed's new. I heard you slept on the streets, so I guess you're not afraid of the dark. I sleep in the room next to yours. Call me if you need anything. Yes, sleep when you're sleepy. Zhu rests her hands by her ear, tilts her head, and feigns a sound of slumber. Oh, nice. Abby, how's the weather in Florida? The child's innocent and carefree spirit softens Miss Sue's heart, prompting her to leave the few tender instructions before departing. I'm alone now. Don't sleep on the streets anymore. Leaning to the moment, the child lies on the floor on the room. Tonight, there were no twinkling stars to comfort her, no cool breeze to caress her, only the faintly discerned beam overhead. With a rustling sound, a troop of wooden dolls materialize out of thin air. They frolic and covered on the bed, the ground, and unused clothes. Chuckle, new place! Fun! Liquor jars, customer raising their cups. The wooden dolls turn the day sight into lyric verses in an endless song. One doll pushes through the other, leaping down from the bed to whisper into the Jew's ear. Personal feelings, you having a lot. They're not personal feelings. You don't know anything. Don't forget what the towel said. You're annoying. I'm sleeping now. I need to run a business tomorrow. Do you even know what business means? Me neither. Maybe it means, I'll figure it out tomorrow. I wonder if there's any fighting scenes or anything like that. Right now it's just all stories. What does Zurus do? Wait, why is this locked? What does Zinru do? As the sun begins to rise, so does the sound of clanging and clattering. A similar of pots and pans resonate, accompanied by clinking of liquor jars being shuffled about. Suddenly, the door is thrust open.
Hey.
Rise and shine, girl! It's a liquor permit day. Guests are coming. It's gonna be a long day. If only they knew Wait, if only they would go to work as early as they come to the tavern.
Hmm?
Huh? Why are you sleeping on the floor? Did you fall down in your sleep? Get up, come on. Don't get it. Wait, don't get cold.
I don't wanna wake up.
Sleep is good. What a lazy girl. No food. Wait, no work, no food. You're not gonna steal from me like you did from those vendors on the streets. I'll get you to work. Miss Yu swiftly lifts the sluggard from the ground, dusts off the dirt from her body, wipes her face, and pushes her out the door. It seems that for the first day in the first time in years, Sue was not allowed to wake up on her own accord. In the tavern, our business is to sell people liquor and earn money. To work here, you need to be able to recognize all the liquors. Whatever the customer orders, we serve them. Every patron, rich or poor, has their own preference. It is only through matching those preferences that you make money in the business. A wealthy man won't always want the most expensive wine, and a poor man won't always want the cheapest. Your first task is to memorize all the names of the different liquors. I don't want to do business. Too sleepy. Well, what do you mean tavern game? I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm not sure what type of mini games they added. So right now, but I don't think. Oh no! It's the tavern's based off her lore. Because in the story, she takes over the tavern as the owner, and I'm not sure if he's still continue being the owner or not. But like, yeah, at the end of the event, she was still the owner of the tavern since the other proprietors left to go home. I don't want to remember anything. The street is better. I just take whatever I want. Taking things without permission is called stealing. That's what thieves do. Here, listen. Here in my tavern, you need to work to get food. Otherwise, I only give you water.
Sweetie, every living person needs a certain job to make a living.
Yes, you'll be tired, exhausted even, but through work, you can earn the food you need.
小九.
Do you understand, Sue? I guess. Work for food or go hungry. The straightforward explanation leaves no room for debate. Miss Sue feels satisfied that she has corrected the girl's beggar-like behavior by a fraction or two. Miss Sue then leads Sue to the front hall of the tavern. As the sun rises higher, the streets become busier. Several early patrons have already arrived at the tavern and now are peering in from the entrance. Monsieur quickly ushers them to the seats and ladles out the liquor, serving them according to their respective preference. Once they settle in, Monsieur takes Ju aside for more detailed instructions. Different liquors taste different and have different costs. There are 3 aspects through which you can tell liquor apart: transparency, scent, and taste. A good liquor should be transparent, have a mellow aroma, and have a long-lasting aftertaste.
No.
That's what the customers are after. Accompanied by Ju, Miss Zhu saunters past the liquor cabinet, where rows of liquor jars stand like a troop of porter warriors, awaiting the general's inspection. The vermeil paper jackets on the jar represents the whimsical nicknames, each more amusing than the last, while waves of fragrant spirits drift from their rims. However, Ju does not recognize the characters. Instead, she memorized the brushstrokes as if they were components of the painting. They smell better than flowers, and each one has a different scent.
Of course.
Of course they do. Every liquor has their own unique fragrance.
Come here.
Now, look at these jars. This is Fushu. The one next to it is the Earth Spring. The one above is West Fair. And here's the bestseller, Great mister. This is sand liquor. My ancestors learned the recipe from Persian merchants. It's made of multiple fruits and help work up your appetite and digest food.
小九，
Do you remember all that? Repeat what I just said. You counts on her fingers, carefully recalling each detail. Dirty things, wet hair, crazy sir, sunny liquor, helps work out. Juice words draw laughter from the patrons who have been keenly listening to the recent round of instructions. What an interesting errand girl. I think her name is even better than yours. Miss Shen. Mr. Shen, don't make fun of her. What was that? She didn't recount a single word correctly. That was surrendered to Sir so easily. In so few words, he convinced me to commit this act of charity, and he said I was the one with the silver tongue. Who knew that the kind Miss Su could be so frustrated? You sound like a stubborn old teacher. Not sure about the stubborn and old part, but yes, I had to become at least a half teacher.
No.
This is the little girl Lindsay brought here. Her name is Ju. Though she lacks those social skills, she seems pretty smart. The Dallas said, "Smart is good."
Lady Shu.
You're being too harsh on her, Miss Sue. This is not Ju's fault. Her names are hard to remember. You should teach her little by little, like how we started drinking liquor from a small cup, then move on to the bowl. Let her start with serving the liquor. Come, Ju, give me a bowl of Earth Spring. It's her first day. She won't know which is which. I'll get it. Before she can move, Ju dashed to the liquor cabinet. She pierced left and right, fiercely sniffing the air, determined to pinpoint which jar contains Earth Spring. Miss Ju jumps on this opportunity, signaling that her eyes for Ju is fest. It's the third jar on her first row. See? She did it! Told you she could handle it. Maybe she can replace you in a couple of years. So we did find out she did. I couldn't ask for more. She'll do all the work, and I'll just sit back and enjoy life. Not to mention, I won't have to deal with the mess you leave behind anymore. Upon opening the jar of Earth Spring, a unique fragrance bursts forth. A Pill River wind around Pill City, and as the river upper reaches the Mizu draws her water. For only this crisp and clear liquid, she can brew such a uniquely fragrant liquor. Old drinkers is imagining the liquor from the jar filling his porcelain bowl in a steady stream, but the younger before him plunges her hand into the jar, scoops up a handful of the crisp, sweet liquor, and presents it to him, cupped in her hand. Drink, sir!
Please.
Before she can finish speaking, the Earth Spring liquor has already slipped through her fingers, drenching the patron's lapel. The tavern patrons are at the first taken back, then they burst into healthy laughter. These guests love liquor, they cherish it dearly, but what they love even more is the atmosphere that comes with drinking it. For these patrons, when they're enjoying liquor, all things are filled with joy. Sorry about this one-of-a-kind palm drink. It's her first day here. Please give her some patience. Have 2 more bowls of West Fair on the house. I will give you the Earth Spring, but she put her hands into it, so I'm afraid the flavor has been altered. Despite these apologies, Miss Yu does not blame the girl. Instead, she examines her hands over and over, fearing the stone liquor might have burned her skin. Then she fetches a cloth to clean up the spilled liquor on the table. Old Drinkers is not annoyed in the slightest. Having gained 2 large bowls of West Fair for free, he's naturally delighted and moves to another table to continue drinking. Hey Dale, how's everything? Weird. He didn't get angry. He just kept drinking. What does liquor taste like? It tastes complicated. It can bring people joy, but also great sorrow. I'll leave it to you to find out, but only after you grow up. Hearing this, Ju immediately dips her finger into the puddle of liquor on the table, intending to taste it. Fortunately, Miss Sue intercepts her.
Hey,
Hey, wait! I just said after you grew up. Don't be so hasty, little lady. And don't use your hands. I know that's how you used to drink from the troll. But here, it's very rude. From now on, no matter if it's water, tea, or liquor, use a bowl. It's called manners. Huh. Tomorrow, I'll buy you a bowl with your name on it, so you won't confuse yours with others. And ask questions when you don't know what to do. Don't just act on impulse like you did today. Understand? As she speaks, Miss Ju tilts the liquor jar into her hands. With a gentle gurgling sound, the liquor seems like a string of glazed beads spilling into a jade plate and fills the clay bowl of the patron in front of her. Thank you. Ju watches intently, her eyes unblinking and nostril flared. The general aroma of the liquor waves through the air, compelling her to reach out and scoop up a handful. Then, like a beast quenching its thirst, she tilts her head back and pours it into her mouth. Not a soul around her is quick enough to intervene. In an instant, an indescribable taste spreads through her tongue, unlike anything a child has ever tasted before.
It's burning. It's burning my tongue so hot.
Not sweet, not bitter, something going into my nose. Her throat instantly begins to burn, and tears and snot threatens to run from her eyes and nose. She scrunches up her face, fanning her mouth with her hand, and smacks her tongue against the roof of her mouth. Oh, she drank liquor. The first time the misused intercepted her, but this time nobody was fast enough to catch her. Blah. This is disgusting. It burns. Why do people like this?
hey,
Oh my, don't do that again, Ju. And you're too young to understand why. Besides, no one can drink this kind of thing every day. At this moment, a patroller enters the tavern, carrying a bundle of clothes in his hands. He stands firm in the center of the hall, surveys the room, and heads straight for Miss Sue. Miss Sue, here are some old clothes from the Zun's family. All are gently used. He said to give it to the beggar. She's not a beggar anymore. Her name is Ju. Please send my thanks to his listen. And thank you too, sir. You come all the way here. Why not take a rest and have a drink? Tomorrow is the start of a liquor ban, so you have to wait half a month before you can serve you again. But I'm still on duty. Oh, but can you fill my water bag for later? I'll drink with my friends after duty hours. As Miss Sue opens the jar and pours liquor, the patrons around her begin to whisper among themselves. Liquor ban? Liquor permit? Look how we suffer from them. All because of that darn regulation. No group drinking except holidays. If only they had just banned groups drinking, but they stopped all drinking altogether. We became friends by drinking together in this tavern, but because of the ban, we have less than 2 weeks a month. Then we can drink when we can even drink. Funny you say that, Mrs. I've seen you drinking a lot no matter on ban days or permanent days. Shh, watch your mouth. The two patrons steals a glance at the patroller nearby, their voice fading into the whisper. The daylight hours flies by swiftly. Come nightfall, Ju lies on her bed, soreness in her body and weariness in her legs. She has run back and forth through the front hall all day. In the darkness, the wooden dolls emerge once again, hopping onto the bed one after another, dancing beside her. Lying down, lying down. Working exhausting. Working is hard. How was the business? Business is tiring, but there are interesting things, dirty things. West hair, crazy sir. These are very spicy liquor, you know. Don't know at all. Where's Sunru? Sunru, don't forget. Stop rushing me. I'll look for it. The people here know so many things, especially Miss Zhu.
It's Xiang
But so
exactly is this Xiang
Zhao Rei. Zhao Rei. What exactly is a Zhao Rei? Idle time! Oh, this is what? There's so many. We might even not even get to the UTTU of Flash games. Idle time. Oh, she's all grown up. No customers today. I'm afraid not. We're a liquor ban after all. Who decides what to do on different days anyway? Isn't today just a normal day like any other? So much time passed. Zhu has grown considerably taller, no longer bearing the feral appearance she once had. The patrons has bestowed upon her the nickname Zozore. Regards her a young maiden charged with selling and serving liquor, and indeed as Miss Zhu's successor. It didn't take long for her to set her childhood demeanor. These days, she is immersed in the atmosphere of the tavern. She conversed back and forth with the patron with ease. Junzui half-heartedly wipes the dust off the liquor jar, having contented the bowl behind the counter numerous times. She wanders the hall, idle and bored, and begins to read the regulation on liquor sales and consumption. Place card posted on one of the pillars. I can't read it. I can't read it. Save for a few characters. The customers talks about it all the time. So often that I can't recite it now. This regulation aims to prioritize the use of grain for food over liquor. Miss Zhu reads it during the liquor ban too, as if I could make the permit days come sooner. The regulations are filled with verbose and tenuous phrases, but it's only at the end of that it clearly states: citizens are permitted to drink during holidays and on the 1st and 15th day of the month. Drinking is prohibited on all other days, including group drinking, private drinking, and the sale of liquor in taverns. If not liquor, what else could be sold in the tavern? Whoever made this decision clearly doesn't understand what people want. Or do they? There are lots of rules here that don't let people do what they want. Is it on purpose? Let's manage the merchant hub. Is he a guardian? Is he a Zenrai? A knock echoes at the door. In accordance with the regulation, the tavern can only open the doors halfway on liquor ban days. The patron slips into the front hall, flipping a few copper coins in the hand, and greeted like an old friend.
Lady Shu.
I have 3 rice buns, the freshly made ones. Truly, no one makes better rice buns than you. Can you save me some next time? Every time I'm a little bit late, they're sold out. On the table lies a large basket, brimming with small, golden, crispy buns with sesame seeds sprinkled on top. Here, they are known simply as rice buns. Miss Zhu moves as fast as serving liquor, picks out 3 rice buns, and hands them over to the patron. Glad you like them. As you know, we can't do liquor business during the ban. Luckily, the rice we use to make liquor can be made into buns. We wouldn't be able to make a living if we didn't make these, and of course, if we didn't have yours and the neighborhood support. Hey, isn't that Jews on right? I thought you just stepped in the back during the liquor ban. Sleep? No work, no food. It's as simple as that. So I need to work too. Sweep the floors, wipe the jars, all the cleaning, really. Look at you, giving me a full speech. I remember when you first got here, you could barely say a full sentence. What a blessing it is that Miss Zhu took you in. She fed and taught you all this time, Make sure to thank her properly when you grow up, eh? Blessings. Blessings. Miss Yu takes out a small cup and fills it with a tea from her teapot on the counter, inviting the visitor to drink it. Thank you. I always get thirsty on my trip over here. My, what nice tea this is. A sip of clear tea like this is sure to melt the worries away. You really know how to run a business, Miss Yu. You flatter me. I'm just putting myself in the customer's shoes. It's the only way to run a long-lasting business. With the liquor ban ongoing, I'm counting the rice buns and tea to make a living. Throughout the morning, a steady stream of customers come to buy her buns, until only 7 or 8 remains in the basket. Those who come late truly will miss out. After purchasing their buns, the patron always makes a point to drink a cup of tea in the tavern, draining it in one gulp. Only then do they leave contented. Miss Yu, the buns are selling quickly. Every time I go to the streets, people ask me if there's any left. Why don't we just sell buns instead of liquor? Then we wouldn't need to run around and serve the patron. We'll just sit here and pass the buns to the customers. What are you talking about? We're running a tavern, not a bakery. People buy our buns because they're made in the tavern. If we didn't make liquor, we wouldn't have the ingredients to make them. But aren't they made of rice? The rice buns in the basket continue to emit their fragrance, a scent both familiar and foreign to Zhu. She has never seen how these buns are made. She retires early each night, only to awaken to the enticing aroma the next morning. By then, Miss Yu has already prepared a basket full of rice buns and is setting them on the table. Yes, but not entirely. They are made with the rice from the tavern. We use grain to make liquor, including rice, wheat, millet, and other things. You see, I always go to the grain store myself to get the best ingredients. After liquor is made, the lead left are called jujin. Similar to your name, rice buns are made to ginger and buckwheat flour. Oh, I didn't know that. No wonder it smells better than other buns. But it comes at a cost. Making buns is more tiring than making liquor. As she speaks, Miss Yu playfully taps the tip of Jinrei's nose. The freshly made rice buns taste the best. They lose their fragrance after the day. To make the buns, we need to take the ginger out of the liquor jars before 3 in the morning and mix the flour before 5. Kneel and shape nearly 100 of them, then heat the earthen oven and put them inside. I wouldn't have to work so hard if there was no liquor ban, let alone the neighborhood is counting on me to make the buns. Neighborhood is counting on you? People need Miss Yu. Though Miss Yu speaks only of making buns and other mundane tasks, she gives her listener pause for thought. Ju's heart stirs, and she suddenly recalls the word of the Taoist.
Do you know that?
Miss Yu, do you know what a Zhao Rei is? I heard that it's something good. Where did you hear about that? Oh, from the drinkers, of course. They're just drunk and talking nonsense. Don't take it seriously. But I have heard about Zhao Rei. They said that they're a vine beast, guardian with special powers. Have you seen it before? Can I see it? Upon hearing that Miss Yu holds some insight on Zhao Rei, Zhu becomes quite agitated, eagerly moving closer to her. Miss Yu has no choice but to guide Zhu to first take a seat before she begins speaking to her property.
All right, all right.
Easy, girl. There's not much I can tell you. The frequent liquors said that before the bridge was broken, the city had a Zunrei as a guardian. It looked like a horse and it ran faster than the wind, but its story is long lost to the time. No one knows if it's real. Do you know what a Zunrei does? Or how to become one? Just like in every story, they help people when they need it and disappear soon after they're safe. As for how to become one, They're monsters and Yaos. I never heard of a person becoming a Zonrai. Seeing Ju sitting there with her ears perked up, she dares not hold back a single word. You're just like that boy from the silk store. He too could listen to the stories of Zao and monsters all day long. He asked people about the stories in the classic of mountains and sea every single day. Little by little, he learned how to read without ever going to school. If you want to know more about Zonrai, maybe Mr. Liu from the clinic can help. He's knowledgeable. He might be able to teach you how to read. And then you can help me with the bookkeeping or writing toasts. Ju feels a surge of joy within her. If she could read, then she could read books, and as she could have heard many say, books can absolutely everything. Surely, that includes everything about the Zonrai too. Without hesitation, she agrees and promptly sets out to find Mr. Liu.
Hey,
Oh, before you go, take this. Miss Liu pulls out a sheet of jute paper, carefully wraps 12 buns within it, and ties it up. She then takes out some coins and asks Ju to give them to Mr. Liu together with the buns.
This is...
Are the coins for medicine? Are you sick? No, silly. It's not for me. It's for the flavor you're about to ask.
sweetie, when you're asking someone for a favor, you don't come empty-handed. That's what matters in socializing. We still have a lot to learn.
So buns and money equals good etiquette? How strange. Is it
How
heavy?
strange. It is heavy to carry.
As the half moon winds and the new moon rises, the street bustles with life. Now, on each liquor band afternoon, Ju visits a clinic at the end of the street to miss Mr. Liu and learn the art of letter and words. To avoid disturbing the clinic work, Ju often brings a small stool to sit on by the doorway. As warmth fades, the cold follows. The autumn harvest begins. Autumn harvest begins, and we hoard food for winter. Ju, are you still having trouble reciting 1,000-character classics? I'm confused. You learn everything quickly, except for reading. Every time I teach you how to read something, you forget it right away.
Well, it shows that...
I suppose not everyone is gifted enough to read. Reading is so much harder than serving liquor. I always get a headache when I start reading something. And these characters look like earthworms. Last Sky, Earth Golden, Vast Universe, Limited Cosmos, knowledge and culture were easily lost when Kojin invented characters. Through reading these earthworms, wisdom, discipline, and manners have been passed down for generations. One is not civilized until one is able to read. Able to read the books of the sage is at that. That Chaojing sounds like a bad guy. He could have made the characters easier to read if he really wanted people to learn.
Do you know that...
Mr. Liu, do you know what a Zonrai is? Miss Liu said that you're knowledgeable and would be able to answer my question.
The so-called Shangrei.
Mr. Liu paused momentarily. Unfortunately, his persistence reading allows him to address the question with ease, thus preserving his dignity in front of the young lady. Also known as the sign of auspiciousness, when it appears, it's a good omen from heaven, and things will go well.
However,
But its form is unpredictable. It could be a colorful cloud, two spiked wheat, or a dry spring that somehow flourishes. Under some circumstance, it could even be an exotic beast. The phrase exotic beast strikes Zhu like a hammer, prompting her to inquire further. Oh, do you know how an animal comes on Zulray?
it's...
How could I know? Wait, how could I know? The books I read are the philosophical studies of sages and scholars, not monster stories for children. Then, you don't know anything either? I thought you knew everything. These words leaves Mr. speechless. All he can do is scratch his head. Suddenly, he remembers that there are other ways to chronically the world's wonders besides words. He strides into the clinic and emerges with several dusty, time-worn tomes in hand. As she unfurls her pages, they reveal coarsely printed illustrations of mountain spirits and wild monsters, each attired in a diminutive square strip. Here, these are picture books about the monster stories you like. There's only a little text. You can research the Zunray legends while learning some characters. 2 birds, 1 stone, and all that. Geo takes the books and cradles them gently in her hands. She turns the page in awe. Seizing this quiet moment, Mr. Liu takes out 2 rice buns and places a large bowl on the counter.
Huh?
I want a rice bun too.
I remember that.
So you can drink. I thought Miss Yu said you didn't like the taste of liquor. Even the most experienced drinker can't eat a rice bun without a water. What are you talking about? I don't drink. I just want to know what the rice buns taste like. Miss Yu never let me have one before. Oh dear. So Miss Yu didn't tell you? I fear I said too much. Well, you don't live in the tavern and help her do all the work. It's only a matter of time before you find out. Alright, I'll show you. So Mr. Liu carefully crumbles a rice bun into the bowl. He then pours hot tea over it, and a familiar aroma waves into Ju's nostrils. That mellow fermented fragrance, mixed with the dry scent of sesame and the smoky aroma of the roasted heart, fills the air.
Huh?
Whoa! The water turns the bun into liquor? Ju leans over the counter, her delicate face reflected in the bowl. The rice bun has dissolved, leaving only a few grains at the bottom of the bowl. Because of the liquor ban, we can't directly buy liquor, so Miss Yu came up with this rice bun idea. The jeweler used the buns in a specially made, keeping most of the alcohol in it, so that the buns have a strong smell of alcohol. Eating it is like drinking distilled alcohol, only a drunkard could handle it. But watering it down makes it easier to drink. A bowl of this liquor can take all your worries away. So that's why people come and buy buns during the liquor ban. Miss Yu is so clever. What a creative way to give people drinks. Drinking a bowl or two, or getting lost in our own thought, this is one of the few entertainments for us common people. The liquor ban has led some inventive ways for people to get their liquor.
However,
Luckily, the government is not very strict about it, and thanks to Miss Yu, drinkers, I guess, can have a sip when we want. I never knew that. Miss Yu is really helping people. I should do that too. As soon as I get back to the tavern, I'll tell her that I'll help her deliver the buns. The spirited young girl, showing such audacity in her utter indifference to the law against liquor, earns nothing but admiration from Mr. Liu.
however,
But remember, you didn't hear this from me. You didn't tell me anything. I figured it out myself. So number 4. Let's see how many more is it? 8. So I'm gonna take a quick break and get some drinks. Alright, so we're back. So before we start number 4, I want to check what survey is. So we did 1 through 3 already. So let's see, behind the scenes. So that's what it is. Association. Oh, so this is the fighting part. Okay.
May the peace be with us. Another jar? It's newly made this year.
Wait a sec.
A sword shard. Another jar? It's newly made this year. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Got you. Let's get it over quick. What is wrong? There they are.
As it's
Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole.
hope I remember.
It's wrong. Depict the world I have never seen before. Another jar?
Your ending is fate.
Each moment, now night. Gotcha.
Realm turns into
Hmm.
as it's
I believe in you.
try this.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city. It's newly made this year. Another jar? Depict the world I have never seen before. You don't want to miss it. Each moment, now night. I believe in you. You found the right verse for me. Coming!
Be faithful to the choice of fate.
Premio sereno intenso ad infinito. I'll fill the cup for you. I remember it's called lending a hand.
Deduction. What's this? During deduction, choosing the most suitable companions for assistance will make the operation smoother.
Hold your horses. I'm coming.
Wait, so a star and flower. Star and flower. Okay.
I'm here for a warm tea.
And now, I belong to this set.
Hold your horses. I'm coming.
Dental checker. Relax.
Isn't that another jar?
Thank you for your cooperation.
You are rational numbers. You don't want to miss it. Rational. Got you. It's newly made this year. It could be found. Uh-huh. Go away. There they are. Even that. It's newly made this year.
We need some peaceful moments.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
So after this, we're going back to the story, and we can do this after the story ends.
It's wrong. The final demonstration. Coming. The final demonstration. Even that. Welcome to the world of numbers. I'll fill the cup for you. Oh, there's a bubble.
Hmm.
It could be found. Another jar that's newly made this year. There they are.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
So that did I complete the whole thing? Okay. Oh yeah. So white for observation and the red for deduction. Also, nice. Okay, watch our recording. So that's that. Complete behind the scenes 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's only 4. So we may be able to do a wish after we finish this event. I'm not sure if any more opens up after the 4th one though. Stage 4, a place to belong. Time slips away, and despite the arrival of a liquor band day, the tavern seems busier than usual. It is only morning, and the tavern is already bursting with life. The door stands ajar, as per tradition, allowing the scent of sesame to drift outwards as fresh white buns tumble into baskets, their steam coiling into the air. Unlike previous days, another petite figure waits nearby, wearing light walking shoes and carrying a soft cloth bundle. 41, 42, 43, 50 rice buns in total, fresh out of the oven. Smells good. Worth the hard work. I was up before the sun. Do you think you can make it? You have to walk through basically half the city to deliver all these buns. Don't worry, it's not my first time. I'll run as fast as I can. Still remember our customers and their orders? Sure I do. 2 buns for the butcher on the West Street, 4 for the tea room on South Alley. The family across the bridge wants 3, and Jewel receives a piece of paper from her sleeves, upon which a map has been hastily drawn, marking the location of the shop she must deliver to today. See? I wrote it down. Since I learned how to read and write, I can remember them easily. Upon closer inspection, the list would give most people a good laugh. Aside from a few familiar characters, the rest is made up of drawings resembling a encrypted espionage mission. It is highly unlikely that anyone but her would be able to decipher it. Be careful. Stay alert to the patrollers. If you're thirsty, just ask for a cup of tea when you get to the tea room. The owner will give you one. Yeah, alright. Before she finishes her sentence, Ju is dashing out the door, taking huge swift strides as she runs down the street and disappears into the distance. Compared to the little beggar of years past, she looks like a completely different person. Without Ju's help, it would not be possible to deliver rice buns to people in other districts of the city. Miss Ju shines with gratitude. Should I go east or west first? Or I could start with the other closer ones, and then the further ones. So many orders to deliver, so many people to meet. Amidst her musing, a wooden doll peeks its head out from her sleeves to her garment. And thinks about jewelry to ask. Don't forget! Alright, jewelry. I need to ask around. Hey, I didn't call you. Why did you come out? Hide, quickly! After tucking the wooden dolls back into her sleeve, Ju spends half the day running through the city and delivers over half the rice buns. Now, guided by her own map, she arrives at the edge of the alley and knocks on the weathered wooden door. Coming! I'm coming! Finally, a font of my inspiration has arrived. I've been waiting all day, Ju! Mr. Lee, the buns you order are here.
That's good. Very good.
Great, great. I'll get water to mix them together. Mr. Lee's hands are stained with ink, and looking in from the doorway, the room appears to be strewn with the streaks of white rice paper, a fresh ink still glistening on the surface. In the tavern, where the town's drinker gather, none of unaware of the poetic talent of Mr. Lee. A lover of verse and ink, he often likens himself to the great poet Du Fu and Lin Bei. Mr. Lee, are you still writing poems? The tavern was too noisy. By the time I got home, my inspiration has all been driven away. Luckily, today is liquor ban day, so I woke up with a clearer mind. I woke up before 7 this morning and started creating right away, but hot liquor can help my ideas flow. Thanks for the bins. Mr. Lee dissolves the rice buns into tea, and with a single gulp, he drinks it down. Excellent! What a drink! What an excellent mood I am now. Witnessing the scene, Ju curses his boutique. Since she started working at the tavern, she has seen all manners of drinkers, yet she remains unaware of the reason behind their indulgence. People say drinking makes you smarter. Is that so? I can't speak for others, but it doesn't make me smarter, but bolder. Often, without drinking, I'll feel flattered and I can't write a single word. But a bowl of liquor emboldens me, like a general drink riding a horse, running on the field of creativity. And somehow, the poems I write when I'm in the mood are better than the others. Sounds like liquor can give people energy. The guests are always energetic and loud after drinking.
By the way, I heard you've been studying with Mr. Liu. Why didn't you come to me? I'm much more accomplished than him, intelligent and accurate. Let me read something to you. Goose, goose, goose. Ju hastily excused herself, saying that she still has many buns to deliver, and scurries away. Thus, Ju transfers several streets more until she arrives at another household and knocks on the door. Her knocks resounds. The door is opened by an elderly man with graying hair, a familiar face often seen at the tavern.
Oh,
Finally, the taste of rice bun liquor lingers in my mouth for days. Using half a bun a day is equal to 4 days drinking. Thank you, Ju, for delivering them to me, and send my thanks to Miss Sue as well. As Ju hands over the rice buns, she suddenly recalls the wooden doll's admonishments.
Mr. Shen, could you tell me more about the jewelry you mentioned in the tavern that day? Miss Yu told me that you met a lot of people and know a lot of things. Maybe that includes the story of the jewelry too?
What?
Why are you suddenly asking me this? But she's right that I know many things. In an age-old story, every children looks different, resides in a different location, and has their own duty.
From what I know, a Xiangrui blesses its people. But how does the blessing work?
Old drinkers lean against the door frame. For some time, he strokes his whiskers as he compliments how to give Ju a satisfying answer. The blessings, let's say, satisfies the wishes of the people. Like Miss Yu and her tavern, she provides a place for drinkers like me to enjoy liquor and make these rice bones when drinking is banned. She is such a blessing, with much more bark than bite, and the liquor she makes is so smooth, it whisks away my sorrows. Old Drinkers then falls into reminiscence as he begins muttering to himself. Liquor. I suppose liquor is a good thing. It comforts people. I was once too young to enjoy it, but now I'm too old to enjoy life. Only a bowl of liquor can take me back to enjoying what youth that I can only visit in my dreams. As the sun is setting, and Ju still has several rice buds left to deliver, she bids farewell to Old Drinker and hurries off. As she glances back, she sees him sitting by the door, creating his rice buns and liquor, and softly humming a tune. On her journey, Ju complicates the blessing Old Drinkers mentioned. Guided by her map, she unknowingly steps onto the threshold of the last house on her list. Miss Yu runs to taverns to satisfy people's wishes to drink. Is that a blessing? To become a Zenere, I need to. Lost in thought, Ju finds her path obstructed by a formidable figure. The man, out of habit, presses down on the short sword on his waist, adjusts its position and clears his throat to remind her of his presence. So is it full call? Seeing that Ju is still lost in her Rivera, the man clears his throat once more. Ju, you're late. 2 hours late. Lucky for you, Junya is still working on the ledger of the New Year's purchase. Falcao, what are you doing here? What's late? I'm just wandering on the street. I don't know what you're talking about. Recalling Miss Yu's words, she quickly takes a step back to distance herself from him. You have around 7 or 8 buns with you, do you not? You could give them to me now. After a moment of hesitation, Ju hands over the rest of the buns, her heart pounding in her chest, anticipating the judgment of the law. Unsure what the punishment might be for breaking the liquor ban, Ju waits silently. But he does not blame her. Instead, he fishes out 7 or 8 copper coins from this person and counts them before presenting them to her.
This is...
As for the buns, we officer aren't freeloaders.
Hurry. Take this.
They're rice buns made from the materials for making liquor if you just eat them like that.
I know.
I know. Yesterday, I sent someone to the tavern and asked that they be sent to the Zinchi. I expected you to arrive earlier. The member of the patrol team has just got promoted, and we've been waiting for this to celebrate. As he speaks, a figure emerged from the Zinchi, eluding the air of authority and kindness. It is Zinji. Ju hasn't seen him for quite some time. My work is done here. Time to head back, Falco. Huh? Isn't it Ju? You're grown up now. I heard you're doing a good job in the tavern. The patrols always talk about you. Thank you. But what are you two talking about? Is there something I should know? Nothing. I'm just asking for about Zunrei. I've been studying with Mr. Liu these days and saw the word Zunrei. It says to be some kind of divine beast that protects people, but nothing more. So I was asking him about jewelry in Penn City. Perhaps it's been recorded in the collection at the country archive. Can I check them? Citizens are prohibited from entering the archive. Along with the collections, the classified county annuals are preserved there. Put your curiosity away, Jew. It's time for you to go back home now. With the joint and fossil fading into the distance, Jew gives her bundle a shake, catching some sesame seeds in her hand, and starts chewing on them. Throughout the day, Jew encounters many individuals, but Falco's actions intrude her more than anything else. It seems this prohibition is indeed as lax as Miss Jew claimed, so why, she wonders, has it not been abolished? So, stage 5, time slipping away. Months pass. Biting north winds heralds the coming of the Doll Show Festival, together with liquor permit days. So the tavern's been buzzing with guests for several days. The front hall is filled with a charcoal fire, creating a cozy and festival atmosphere. In recent days, it is said the storyteller's voice booms throughout the room. The tales are so captivating that they seize the ears of all present. Within a few sentences, even the most avid drinker forgets to raise their cup to their lips. It is said that there is a place haunted by Mizma in the south of the land. The Mizma there shifts its form in many zows, and they attack people. Meanwhile, in the Central Plains, a monster originally from dryness dominates. Wherever it goes, drought follows, and people suffer famine. The river and lakes are overrun by huge snakes called gauche. They are more than 20 meters long with hooks on their tails, hooking people and cows into the water to eat them. To prevent these monsters from hurting people, Zao hunters travel the world searching haunted places in order to expel them from their special power. They are the sword against evil, protecting people with their lives. Are they Zunro? Not at all. A Yao hunter is not a Zunro. Jew, one more bowl, great mister.
Hey,
Jew.
Niangzi.
Jiu She is completely engrossed in the storyteller's narrative, remaining oblivious to their surrounding, until Miss Zhu comes over and tugs her sleeve. Niangzi, quickly, a guest is calling for you. Oh, okay, one more bowl coming. Forgive her. It is the first time listening to a professional storyteller. She's been fascinated for last few days. Don't worry, I understand. He tells stories much better than we do. It's no wonder she's so absorbed. It's too bad he only comes to the city during the Doll Show Festival. Speaking of which, it'll be a lot of work to decorate the tavern. Look at all these lanterns, candles, and ribbons. Luckily, I have Jill Niangzi to help me this year. What a busy year she had. She's run errands, learned how to read, and deliver rice bowls all around the city. Though she has a lot more to learn, she continues to impress me with her work ethics. At this moment, a guest enters the tavern. Seeing the joyful festival celebration, he smiles and finds a seat. One bowl of great mister, please. What a surprise it is to see you here, Zillia. Here, drinks are on me. This is newly made. Have a try. I don't usually drink, but we are in the countdown for the Doll Show Festival, so I suppose I have a bowl or two. Besides, I have something I want to confirm with you. Remember when we brought Niangzi here? You refused to take her in until we appoint you a supplier of this ceremonial liquor? Well, the festival is near now, and I finally have some time to come by I want to ask, how are the preparations going? Already done. They're in the yard. 8 jars of liquor, all made from the best ingredients. It was a request that I took most serious all year, and if anything goes wrong with them, people will lose their faith in me. Jill's in loss and satisfaction, knowing that Mr. Zhu had taken her role to heart. Relax, I'm just asking. Dazilla is the one checking all the ceremony supplies. Dosho is the biggest festival of the year. The merchant hub will be packed with people during this time. I need to make sure everything goes smoothly. Oh, for a second I thought this was a full inspection. You had me almost panicking. I was thinking, silly. Was already checked the liquor. Why is he checking again? Have I done something wrong? Hearing their lively conversation, old drinker joins them. Listen, I heard the Festoon race is rerunning this year. Do you know when exactly? You see, most of us don't know much about divination, ancient articles, or singing, but racing is nice and simple. Whoever runs fastest wins. It'll be around the end of the year, but it's not decided yet. Some items such as Festoon and flagpoles are all prepared. I wonder who will win this year.
Who will win this year?
Festoons, flagpoles, winners. What's a festoon race? It's just a few layabout running around, really. It's only... Audrey chuckles and waves his hand, taking over the conversation. Let me explain. The festoon race is a racing event. 5 flagpoles are set up in the 5 locations in the city, each with multiple festoons at the same color. There are no fixed routes to the race. After it starts, the runner can collect 5 festoons in any order, as long as they finish with the red one. The first to get the red one with the red wins, and the Zinchi will grant him a wish. A wish? Any wish? Seeing Julian's enthusiasm, Lizzo strokes his beard, a smile growing on his face. Not if you're wishing for a star in the sky. Most people ask for some grains, clothes, and other daily necessities. Others ask for jade pendants, tea bricks, and the likes. Nothing worth more than a few loads of rice. Can I wish to go to the country archive and read the books there? Probably yes, if you win the race, that is. After a brief chat, Linzen takes his leave, and Mitsu hurries over to speak with Julianzi. Are you serious about joining the festoon race? Every past winner has been a patroller. They're strong, and of course, know the city like the back of their hands. I know the city well too. I deliver bends all over the city all the time. And I'm the fast runner. Much faster than before. Well, you surely are, but I'm worried you might get hurt during the race. If something goes wrong, who will take over the... See me in the yard tonight. I have something to tell you. As night falls, the courtyard is stripped of its daytime clamor, leaving only the liquor jar standing against the wall. There is no sound but the gurgling of water, a babbling particularly pronounced in the stillness of the night. Joyansu, mimicking Misu's, dips the liquor ladle into the vat, scooping out the lead to place in the wooden basin. By the time she reaches the kitchen, an oil lamp is already lit on the table, with wheat flour powdered beside it. The key is the rationale of ingredients. 4 cups of juice and 1 cup of wheat flour, no water. Before you mix them together, you need to squeeze the liquor out of it, so the buns will be chewy. Anyway, use newly ground wheat flour. Inspect the flour for any large particles. It should be as fine as rogue powder. So Yasha follows each step as Mitsu instructs her. She mixes the lead with the wheat flour and uses a special technique. Patiently kneads them together. Initially, the leads do not integrate with the wheat flour, but as she works it with her palm, They start to merge together, giving rise to the faint fragrance, milder than the leaves, but richer than the flower. It's fun to make. The dough is soft and white. What's next? Flatten it and put it in the earthen oven. Not quite. There's one last step. Stay calm, alright? There's no need to be afraid. Monsieur brings out a square wooden board and scatters a handful of wheat grain upon it. She then tilts a bowl of water, flicking her fingers to sprinkle water over the grain. She mutters under her breath, and in a matter of moments, the wheat grains begin to sprout open, growing upwards as if devouring the air itself. Niangzi watches the scene intently as the wheat sprouts on the table grows to the length of her palm before coming to a halt. You know magic? It's my arcane skill, nothing special. I can hasten the growth of malt. Actually, there are many others in the city who can do much more. Monsieur slices the freshly sprouted malt, chops it finely, and blends it into the well-kneaded dough. This is the secret to our rice buns, the malt. It takes days for it to grow naturally, but my skill saves a lot of time. Have you had malt before? No, but I know it can be made into candy. You can make liquor too. My father was the one who brought the recipe for ale to the city. He was a merchant traveling the world. After he met my mother, he decided to stay here and open this tavern. When I was a little girl, my mother always said that, thanks to my arcane skill, we could make liquor faster than any other tavern. And my father told me stories of his travels. Today, what the storyteller says about Misu grows faintler, her mind drifting off, as though she was recalling some past event. My yearning to travel the world gets stronger day by day, yet here I am, still at this tavern. There's always something that stops me from getting out of the city, or even out of the front gate, for that matter. Misu,
Are you also trapped here?
Misu Glaze's gaze falls upon the flickering candlelight. The shadows of the room seem to have taken the shape of things from long ago. She simply shakes her head. Misu looks at Ju and sees the reflection of her younger self. Suddenly, she feels awareness enveloping her. Forget it. Go to sleep, Niangzi. Go to sleep. After returning to her room, Niangzi's thoughts linger on Misu. It seems the people of Pell City all have their individual worries, be it Lezin, Misu, or the patron. A familiar rustling emits from the corner of the room, starting as a soft whisper and gradually swelling into a song of the wooden dolls once again appears atop her bed. Make buns, rice buns, grow malt. A wooden doll climbs up Niangzi's sleeve. You have personal feelings. You treat her as family. You will never be a zonere. Hey, stop. Shut up. I don't have any personal feelings, okay? So stop talking. Can't be a zonere. Can't go out of the city forever and ever. I won't stay here forever. I won't. Niangzi turns her back, doing her best to ignore the approaching chaos. Yet, her heart remains plunged into turmoil. So let's see, did it open a survey for 5? Okay, so 4 is the only one. Okay, so that's good. Oh, let me check. What was the prizes? Oh yeah, we did check the prices. Festoon. So is he gonna win the race? Stage 6. Festoons. Let me see. Everything's sorted. Not many customers today, so I can handle things on my own. Why don't you wear something lighter? It's okay. I'm used to this. This is my delivery outfit. I'm a fast runner. My clothes won't slow me down. Last night I heard I had your shoes sold, and I put some new insoles inside. Hopefully they will be more comfortable than before. Niangzi looks down and presses onto the floor with the tip of her foot. She then paces back and forth a few times. Oh, that's why they feel so much softer today. They're much easier to walk on than before. Thank you, Missu. They won't chafe when I'm running now. As the conversation unfolds, someone approaches from outside the tavern.
Huh?
Hey, Missu, Niangzi, are you going out? Today isn't liquor ban day. I would like a bowl of Earth Spring to get some inspiration for my poem. Sorry, not many people have come today due to the festoon race. And Niangzi has signed up for the race. So I just decided to close up and go cheer her on. Well, it is indeed the most lively day of the year. Everyone gathers on the streets. But if you close your doors, where can we drinkers go to kill time? Sorry, but it's not every day that I get to see Niangzi participate in a race.
Whatever.
Alright then, I suppose. I'll take a look too. She locks the door, then they head out onto the streets together. On most days, only a handful of people can be found by the city gates, but today, the area is alive with townspeople. This is the starting line for the festoon race. All manners of people are waiting at the front of the line. From fruit vendors to the old night watchmen, they are stretching and rubbing their hands together in anticipation, eager for the event to begin. There seems to be many more contestants than in the previous years. Presumably, a number of them are newcomers to the city. Recent years have been kind, and life has been good. The citizens have a plentiful harvest and very little disease. Of course, more of them are willing to join the race.
Food comes first for the people. Only a full stomach and warmth can make one wealthy.
Even this tradition starts as a ceremony to pray for the good harvest for the next year.
Huh?
Since you're standing by my side, I assume you won't be joining the race this year. I haven't done so for years, but I recommend a few members for the patrol team to join. Oh, and I heard Niangzi from the tavern signed up. Is that so? I thought she was joking. She truly is a brave girl. Excuse me, make way. Sorry, excuse me. We have a contestant here. Passing by the robust men only serves to highlight their delicate stature. With her agile frame, Niangzi weaves through the crowd. So many people. Please, excuse me, let me through. Niangzi becomes as nimble as a loach, threading her way forward, striving to swim to the fourth. Finally here. So many people have joined the race. Not sure I can win. But if I want to be a legendary, I have to try. As the starting time draws closer, everyone holds their breath as anticipation, waiting for the signal to start. Amidst the throng of burly men in coarse brown clothes, a streak of green catches the eye.
Joe! Run faster! Run!
Hurry up, people! Let's get this race started! With the blast of the starting signal, the participant boats like runaway steeds. They go different ways. Some choose main roads, some choose alleys, and some through courtyards. Different speeds, different time. I know every street in the city, and I run fast. I just need to find the best route. Faster!
Faster, run faster. There's nothing faster than a Loshu.
The purple festival is at the butcher's on the west street. A yellow One is near the tea room in South Alley, so the Bozo Bridge is the fastest way through. Should one gaze down upon Pen City from above, one spies several black spots rushing forward, each a former victor of the race, blessed with swift feet and an intimate knowledge of the city layouts. These participants are leading the pack. In the time that it takes for a crescent skin to burn, several participants are already chunky silk in their hand. The old heats of different color, grabbed from flagpoles in various parts of the city, as each participant has taken their own route. She's got 3! Now I have the green one too. For the blue one, is the North Street closer? No. I should go to Miss Jen's house. Come on, Jew. Hurry, hurry. If you win this, you're one step closer to becoming a zillionaire. Half an hour has passed, and by now, everyone has moved to the Main Street intersection. Here, a flagpole has been erected, atop which flutters a single red fleshstone. The victor coveted the prize. Indeed, the red fleshstone should be hung in on Main Street. It looks more festival here. I wonder who will win this year. Perhaps one of Fellow's patrol teams? You're very kind to say so. The patrollers know the city well, and all of them are well trained. They can certainly run fast. But who knows? The city is loaded with talented people. As they speak, a chorus of voices rise in the distance. Cheers and shouts swirls like a tide, rolling down the streets. A sure sign that the victor has emerged. But it appears to be a petite figure in green that is drawing the crowd's attention. Before they can discern the details, the figure, swift as a gust of wind, is ready upon them. Looks like the winner arrived, and they left the others in the dust. But I don't remember any of the patrollers wearing green today. Wait, that's not a patroller. The figure lifts a foot, stepping firmly on the stone guardian by the road, and leaps into the air, deftly plucking the red silk festival from the flagpole. In an instant, cheers fills the air. This year's champion has been decided. The crowd swarms forward. Amidst them stands Niangzi, the silk festone clutches in her hands. You did it! 1, 2, 3. 5 festones in total. You got them all. Eventually, the crowd splits into form a path. Niangzi strides forth, his satisfaction with this unexpected outcome evident. Following this in his wake are 5 large stacks brimming with grain, the rightful reward for the triumph winner. As you know, the 5-color festoon represents the 5 kinds of grains. May the collection of the 5 festoons brings us bountiful harvest for every year to come. Niangzi turns around, spreading his arms wide as he proclaims loudly to the assembled crowd. Citizens! The winner of this year is Niangzi from the Tavern. Niangzi bows slightly and follows the traditional of past years past, inquires about the victor's wish. Tell me your wish, and I shall grant it, anything within my powers. Niangzi's mind still echoes with Niangzi's inquiry that day. Her heart set on the visiting the county's archive to delve into matters related to the zillionaire. If this is her wish, a mere word to the keeper of the country archive would suffice. Niangzi comments his privately, internally commenting Niangzi's thirst for knowledge. Then my wish is I wish for the liquor ban to be lifted. Oh, is he gonna get in trouble? The once bustling street now lies under a spell of silence. Not even Falco utters a word. The liquor ban is something no one would dare bring up to the officials. The circle of onlookers first flicks their gaze on Niangzi, then turns their attention to Lizin. Oh dear, forgive her, Susan. She must have run so fast that she lost her mind. Niangzi, what are you talking about? Just ask for a few loads of rice. I liked his unusual prompt replies. Listen takes some time to compliment. Then, with a wave of his hand, he instructs Falco to head back to the government office. Before long, Falco returns to the outer streets, clutching a document in hand and bear a red seal. Nelson slowly unfurls the document, reciting each word and each sentence with great deliberation. The regulation on liquor sales and consumption were issued due to the many natural disasters and food shortage of previous years, which have persisted until recent times. However, due to the positive turn in the weather and the abundance of crops of late, and upon hearing Julian's wish, which I'm sure represents the voice of many, all heads craned forward, listening intently.
So,
Henceforth, the liquor ban shall be lifted, starting with the merchant hub. Selling and drinking liquor will not be restricted. Other districts will follow suit in due time. With the speech concluded, the members of the crowd looked on one another in stunned silence. After a long pause, whispers began to ripple. The members grew louder, gradually condensing into cheers. The news traveled from here to the end of the streets, and then throughout the entire city. Really? We can drink anytime we want? Jiangzi! The crowd celebrates uproaring, as if this was the main event of the festival. The movement of the crowd squeezed Fikyo and Lizzie into the step of the street edge. Both wear smiles, observing the jubilant cities before them. Sorry to ask, but I don't understand what happened just now. Have you discussed this with her earlier?
it's not like that.
It's simply a coincidence. The abolishment of liquor regulations has already been on the agenda. We had planned to put up signs after the Dosho Festival. Joyon's impulsive wish just so happens to align with our goal.
As the ancient saying goes.
There's no time like the present. Why not seize the moment and announce the news a little earlier than planned? I see. So did she just waste her wish even though it's going to happen at the end of the festival? Still, it takes gunshots to do so. From this day forward, the citizens of Pei City can drink at any time. The taverns all over the city starts to see better days. Stage 7. Difficulty is the way. On this day, the tavern is abuzz with extraordinary liveliness. Although the Dosho Festival has already been a day of celebration, the lifting of the liquor ban has made this year's festivals particularly jubilant. The patrons have been gathered here for days on end, drinking and chattering merrily. The stock of prepared liquor isn't enough to satiate them, and they have tapped into the reserves set aside long ago. Take it easy, people. There are only so many orders I can handle. I thought I prepared enough liquor, but the festival isn't even close to over, and I'm almost completely out. I was starting to think that the liquor ban will never be lifted. Even today, I had to pinch myself to confirm it wasn't a dream. And it's all thanks to Zhou Yangzi. Who knew that such a careless girl would speak out for the people? She's braver than I am, that's for sure. It was nothing. All I did was ask a question. Monsieur is always working hard to prepare and deliver liquor to everyone in the city. So I thought, what if there was no liquor ban? Then she wouldn't have to be so tired. She's starting to sound like Miss Yu herself, loving and caring, especially to us drinkers. She learned from the best. Miss Yu has been a great role model for you. Come to think of it, Nelson made a wise decision to sending Jin Janssen to you. He knows your personality well. That's very sweet. Both Zhuliangzi and I are flattered. It came from the heart. People my age never indulge in flattery. Speaking of the liquor ban, it has actually come and gone a few times in my life. Over the year, the government has issued the ban during the bad harvest years to stop people from making liquor from the grain. I suppose there will be no need for you to sell your famous rice buns anymore, although I must admit, I miss the liquor made from them. It's the perfect thickness and has a wonderful scent of roasted rice. Don't worry, I taught Zhuliangzi how to make the buns. We will still make some now and then if there's a demand for it. There are more of a necessary under liquor ban. I didn't expect people to like them so much. But the tavern will continue to get busier, so I'm afraid we may not have time to make them anymore. The crowd is all cheering and drinking. Miss Yu pulls Jun Yongzi to one side and hands her something.
This is...
The picture book of monsters in Zhao? Where do you get them? The son sent them to you. He knows you're interested in Zoro and likes. Oh, and tomorrow is the first day of the New Year's. Let's go to the broken bridge together. Some says that a giant bird has been witnessed near the bridge. It could be that Zonran you're always talking about, and we can pray for good luck as others do. No matter the weather, every year during the Dosho Festival, it always rains at the broken bridge outside the city. The scenery on the opposite banks is shrouded in fine rain. This atmosphere, intently breeding summons of grief, is sure to evoke memories of the departed. Miss Sue stands with an umbrella, surrounded by pedestrians seeking good fortune on the first day of the year. They hurry by, not pausing for a moment. I don't see a giant bird anywhere. Is there really a Zonrai? Zhuliangzi tilts back her umbrella as she surveys the branch above, trying to imagine what the feathers and talons of a giant bird might look like. It's really pouring down now. Maybe it decided to stay in the nest. Birds don't like rainy days. What a waste of time. A waste. If you have a question to ask and you find an answer, then I want to say that your time's been wasted. Miss Yu leads Zhuliangzi to the edge of the broken bridge. The remaining railings and plank have been especially bright in the rain, as they have been broken by the flood only yesterday. The silent passerby stops here, each holding a wooden slip in her hand. Following suit, Miss Yu takes out her own wooden slip and carefully inscribes the question that has been troubling her for many years. In the past, if you carve your question on a wooden slip, the gods of Sunchi would answer. Back then, I didn't take it that seriously, so I never asked, but when I finally did have a question, the bridge was broken and it remained unanswered. Zhuliangzi glanced sideways and sees the word on Miss Yu's wooden slip. When my own journey, and no one answers, why do people keep asking? Maybe it's because they already found their own answer. They just want to divinate to confirm it, so they can finally make up their minds. If you want to do something, just do it. You don't have to think that hard about it. Just like the person who left me at the gate of Palace City didn't. Miss Yu gazed at the broken bridge, falling into the prolonged silence. The rain plitter-platter on her umbrella, on the wooden railing on the bridge, and within her heart. She ponders for a long time, unsure how to begin.
Niangzi, I'm leaving here. Leave my tavern. Leave Pei City. Follow Aye and travel around the world.
It'll be a long journey. I don't know when I'll be back, so... At first, Zhuliangzi cannot make sense of these words. It is as she has been transported back to the day when she tried to read the label on the liquor jars. Hidden beneath her oil paper umbrella, only the lower half of Miss Yu's face is visible. Her usual enthusiasm has been replaced by the utmost indescribable sentimentality. I thought you wouldn't leave. Not like the Dallas and my mom.
I'm sorry.
Niangzi, it has always been my wish to see the greater world, to see what lies beyond Pal City. In fact, every time the storyteller speaks, I cling to every word. Every night I dream of the glorious scenery and legendary characters, and I see myself there, standing among them. When I was a young girl like you, I told my father that I would become a merchant and travel the world. I've been stuck to Pale City for too long, so long that I almost forgot my childhood dream. The liquor ban was what kept me here. People need me. They put their trust in me, so I thought it was my responsibility to run the tavern. But now, the ban has come to an end, and people can drink whenever they want. So I told myself, this is your chance, Zoo. It's time to do what you want, to widen your world. Niangzi carelessly drops her umbrella and steps onto the broken bridge, the rain cascading down her hair. Under the bridge, the turbulent water rushing by, their destination unknown. Fine, but I thought you wanted. Since I've been here, I've been trying to find my mother, to recall what a genre is by piecing together scattered words from books and legend. I thought I figured it out, that you were the genre I've been looking for, so I learned from you. I tried to become a good tavern owner. Even then, I was told I was on the wrong path, but I thought, why not keep it this way? Nothing bad has happened. Why not live my happily ever after with Mizu? But I was wrong. After all my efforts, you're still leaving me, just like everybody else.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Niangzi. No, don't say sorry. Everyone has their own path. This is all because I followed the wrong one. The rain grows heavier. Niangzi trusts over the broken edge of the bridge and puts her hand on the moist handrail. She gazes over to the other side. It seems so close, as she could simply take a step to the other side, yet so distant, like the space she feels between herself and others. She has never truly been close to anyone. The look Zozo gave me said that any wish of the person who jumps to the other side of the broken bridge will come true.
If it were me, would I be able to jump over it?
Misu swiftly steps forward and grasps Niangzi by the arm, afraid of what might come next.
No one has ever done that. Don't be silly.
It's just a story, Niangzi.
I know, it's just a story, but I took it seriously.
Niangzi. Go back.
The full moon hangs in the sky, illuminating the courtyard. All is still. Niangzi sits in front of the small table, a jar of fine liquor placed upon it, drinking alone. Lifting her gaze, she sees that Misu's room is pitch dark. The mistress of the room has already gone to bed. Back then, I used to wonder why people like drinking liquor. It burns the throat and irritates the nose. It's not as clear as water and not as warming as tea. Niangzi shakes her head, then lifts her liquor bowl to examine it closely. The bright reflection of the moon in her bowl resembles a jade plate or a delicate silver coin, shimmering and breaking with the movement of the liquor. The little wooden doll is timely as ever. Clambered onto the table, they joke and giggle, adding to liven spirits to the previous peaceful courtyard. Alone, alone, all alone. They say liquor could take away your worries away. I didn't understand then, but now I do. Alright, have a drink if you want. Want some? Want some? Niangzi's eyes twinkle with joy as she brings forth a large bowl brimming with fine liquor. The wooden dolls commence a dance on the table. Then, one by one, they leap into the liquor bowl, bobbing up and down within it. Niangzi lifts her bowl and takes a sip. Then, mimicking the patrons of the tavern, she starts humming an often sung tune. By the flowers in the snow, raise a toast and don't say no. By the flowers in the snow, raise a toast and don't say no. You are having a personal feeling now. I'm not. I never have. I guess the Dallas was right. I need to become a celery and never leave Pao City. Yes, that's what I should do. Be a celery to help people fulfill their wishes. The famed tavern keeper of Pal City, Miss Soon suddenly declares her intent to close the tavern and set off on a journey around the world. Her patrons are honestly overcome with a wave of lamentation. Through several days of farewell toasts, each patron of the tavern says their heartfelt goodbye to Misu. On the final day, the patrons of the city all come to bid her farewell, except for Zhongyonle, the serving girl, who is rumored to have already found employment elsewhere. Shortly thereafter, the tavern changed hands. Stage 8, till the last drop. Time flies and more than a year has passed. Pay City seems to have not changed at all, yet everything feels different. The bustling merchant hub is still teeming with people, the endless stream of townsfolk traveling back and forth. Sure, it's been a while. You seem to be in good spirit.
Huh?
Would you care to have a drink? The tavern on East Street has some new arrivals. It's festival time now. Why don't you get together with some old friends? Theirs isn't as good as Miss Zoo's liquor, but it's good enough and has its own flavor, I suppose. It's so far from here. I miss Miss Zoo's tavern. It was closer and the liquor tasted better. Now it's been taken over by someone, and the liquor tastes awful. Old drinker shakes his head in sighs. We average folks may not drink the finest of liquor, but we're certainly able to discern a good liquor. After one sip, we can tell when the liquor was brewed carefully and when it wasn't. It's such a pity that Miss Zhu has left the city, and there has no news of her return since. I fear I'll never get to taste the liquor as fine as hers again. Personally, I miss the liquor made by rice buns more. Since the lifting of liquor ban, there are more taverns than ever in the city, but not one of them knows how to make those buns. Maybe the technique is lost forever along with Miss Zhu. Huh. I remember Miss Zhu mentioning that she taught it to Zhongyong.
By the way,
it seems that no one has seen Zhongyongzi for quite some time neither. It's all thanks to her that the liquor ban was lifted in the first place. It was she who allowed Miss Zhu to leave to fulfill the dreams of her being a merchant with no concern. Since that time, Zhongyongzi's whereabouts has continued to be a mystery. Is she even still in Pell City? Let it go, friend. Absence makes the whole heart grow fonder, and all that. There will always be a bowl of liquor waiting for us drinkers to get along over. Let's cherish the moment, eh? Come on, let's drink.
go!
We better not keep it waiting. Let's go. As they walk and talk, they turn a corner, gradually making their way down the long street towards the east and disappearing into the distance. A figure emerged from around the corner. She has been listening to the entire conversation. She's back! The eavesdropper is none other than Zhongyongzi. She has grown a touch taller than before and has shed some of her youthful nobility for a true strands of grace. Yet her every move remains as daring as ever. Zhongyongzi follows the familiar path of the tavern and spots a man, the current tavern owner, standing behind the counter. There is not a single patron in the deserted front hall. It is clear that those scenes of merriment are but a distant memory now. A thin layer of dust covers the table and footrests, and cobwebs adorn the overhead beams. There is no trace of this tavern's former glory. Another day and still no customers. Should I just sell this place? Excuse me, sir. One bowl of Great Mister, please. the newly made one, scooped from the middle of the jar. Of course, come, take a seat. Welcoming the tavern's first bit of business is over half a day. The tavern owner quickly taps the jar, pours a bowl of liquor, and brings it forth. A cloudy bowl of liquor with rice dregs floating within is presented before her. Its color is dull and the aroma is surprisingly sweet. Are you sure this is great, mister? It doesn't smell like before. The previous owners left. I brewed this using my secret formula. It tastes even better and has a lasting aftertaste. I can't pour the liquor back into the jar, so you have to taste it first. You'll see. Niangzi hesitates for a moment, then lifts the bowl and drinks it all in one gulp. She immediately spits the liquor back out. The taste is so awful that it's not even worth drinking. Ew, it's awful! You haven't fermented it nearly long enough, and the rice you use is stale. Worst of all, you didn't seal this jar after you first opened it, and the water in the air has affected the liquor. Ah, you must be a professional chaser. You're right. This is our cheapest liquor. Our best liquor tastes totally different. Try it. I guarantee you'll love it. No need. I'm leaving. Miss Yu brews every jar with her heart, no matter how cheap it was. Her gaze grows increasingly forlorn. Finding no reason to linger any longer, Niangzi pays for the liquor and gets up to leave. As she makes her way to the door, she hears the tavern owner behind the counter let out a sigh of lamentation, followed by a murmured monologue. Everyone says I'm not good as the owner of the previous one, and business is just getting worse. I've been losing money for weeks. If something doesn't improve soon, I have to let someone else take over the tavern. Or maybe I should just leave this place as soon as possible. Niangzi stops in her tracks and, as the spell promptly turns around, the girl's eyes were full of distress and confusion as she murmured, "Leave? Just like what Miss Yu did? Of course. Everyone will eventually leave to fulfill another wish. And I'll help them if they wish is something I can help with." Ignoring the man's acknowledgement, Niangzi heads straight behind the counter and, after rummaging around for a moment, pulls out an unopened jar of liquor from a hidden compartment behind it. Amazing! You're still here. This is the fine liquor that Miss Yu hid here before she left. Come, let's have a taste. Oh, I forgot. You are the owner of the jar now. I am, but I had no idea that it was there. You must have worked here before, yes? Go ahead. Without you, I wouldn't have no clue that there was a jar of liquor there in the first place. With an ease that comes with extensive practice, Niangzi blinks the crate seal, and her unique favorites fill the room. For a moment, you can almost hear the clank of cups, and a sharp splashing sound brings Niangzi back to reality. She looks down, and a mouthful of liquor, you see a few tiny wooden dolls swimming merrily in the brew. Fine liquor, tastes great. Hey, how did you? These mischievous wooden figures have chosen this precise moment to appear. Fortunately, the tavern owner is so captured by the fragrance of liquor that he remains oblivious to the oddities before him. The scent. This is indeed one of Miss Yu's creations. There's no way I could make liquor as fine as hers. I don't think I could either. Miss Yu always selected the best rice in the grain stores herself. And she strictly follows the fermentation in progress. Even if the liquor ran out and the patron begs her for more, she wouldn't open a new jar even a day early. As Niangzi speaks, she blocks the man's view of the jar with her body and deftly lifts the wooden dolls out one by one, concealing them with her sleeves. 1, 2. She catches her head. In silent astonishment, the last wooden doll, as if it had dissolved into liquor itself, is nowhere to be found. Well, It seems we were destined to meet this day, so that I can learn what good liquor is and that you can relive past memories. Come, let's drink it together. With this said, the tavern owner sets out 2 large bowls, and after a gentle trickling of liquor, they both fill to the brim and emitting a pleasant fragrance. Wait, this is the fine liquor made by Miss Zhu. I should use my own bowl to drink it. Continuing her journey in the past, Niangzi heads back into the back. Her former room remains unchanged, save for a few scattered items. After searching for a while, she retrieves the bowl Miss Zhu gifted her on the Memorial Day. She returns to the front hall, only to find the tavern suddenly devoid of any human presence. That's weird. Where did he go? The jar is still on the counter, but one bowl has been emptied. There's a rustling sound from beneath the counter, and a striped horse suddenly finds his way out into the open. Visibly anxious, the striped horse paces around the room, his hoofs clapping rhythmically. Niangzi steps forward, caresses the horse's neck, and gently strokes his mane. Where did you come from? Huh, have I seen you before, striped horse? Did the owner just leave? He did say he wanted someone else to take over. If he had left, then I will be that someone. And in doing so, I'll help him fulfill his wish. That's exactly what a Zunra should do for people. A figure pokes his head into the doorway. Hello, miss. Is the tavern still open? Oh, the tavern's not... I just took over it. Brewing takes another 2 weeks. You could come by then. Also, that's how the owner became a horse, or Lushu. Within a few days, the whole neighborhood has heard of the tavern owner, has sold the tavern and returned to his hometown, and that the previous serving girl, Niangzi, has become the new owner. The liquor she brews is indistinguishable from that of Miss Zhu's original creations, and in no time, the scattered patron once again has a place to gather. The tavern is bustling all day long, almost identical to how it was before. This is the identical Great Mister. It's the best in the city. Niangzi.
Hey,
Niangzi, 2 bowls more. Coming. Don't rush me. My hands are full. Feels like the old days when Miss Zhu worked here alone. After you came, things finally got easier for her, and now you're the one running the tavern all by yourself. I wonder if will be another little lady to come help you, just as you helped Miss Zhu. Don't forget to make rice buns when you're not so busy.
By the way,
Where did the striped horse of yours go? The one that used to stay in the courtyard. Oh, the horse? I have no idea. It escaped days ago. If you see it, let me know. But let's not worry about that for now. It's time for a drink. Niangzi, now the new owner of the tavern, weaves through the crowd, her eyes gleaming with joy. She secretly attends to the guests, each cup of liquor making a crowd momentarily forget their worries. Indeed, she follows the doll's words. To become a Zunrei, to do what she should do. In Pei City, there's many worries waiting to be dispelled, and, naturally, many wishes to be fulfilled. On the night of the year beginning, the main street of Pell City is at its liveliest. Crowds straw the thoroughfare, the cries of vendors ring out. Silk drapes high over the streets, and piles of red pomegranates and walnuts rise in the little tower on the market stalls. We finished her story. So let's do there's only a couple of this, so we can do this start these stuff too. Alright, just wait, okay.
I thought it was an academic debate.
My sword sharp, year.
Your ending is fate.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city. It's alright. It's wrong. I believe in you.
As expected.
Another jar? Leña sereno intenso ad infinito.
Hope I remember.
You don't want to miss it. There they are. My sword sharp. It's newly made this year.
Your ending is fate.
Sempre caro mi su quest'ermo cole. Got you.
It's happening.
I believe in you.
Be faithful to the choice of fate.
I know the moon, and this is an alien city.
Everything has its cause and effect. Realm turns into realm. Realm turns into realm.
My sword sharp depict the world I have never seen before. Leña sereno intenso ad infinito. I will pray for you. Sorry.
Yeah, these are pretty quick so far. Let's see. Recommended is So this is also a healer, right?
I thought it was an academic visit.
When the caster enters battle, enter. Okay.
Loaded. Leave it to me. Another jar? In a second.
So I wanted to see what Urza's how she played, I mean how he played.
As expected, your ending is fate.
It's newly made this year.
Hope I remember.
Got you. Ouch.
Okay, the Ryuka. Channel.
Loaded. Coming. The maid's flicker. Please take good care of yourself.
Is it only shields? I thought there was a healer.
Leave it to me. Another jar?
As expected.
I will help you. There they are.
It's happening.
Ugh. I'm here, with everyone, loaded. The maid's flicker. An amazing discovery.
That's a neat ultimate.
You don't want to miss it.
No!
Playtime, boys and girls.
You're ending as expected. Sound. Realm turns into
Alright, so next time I'll put a healer in the group. For some reason I thought it was a healer and a healer.
An occasional indulgence. A highly efficient plan.
be faithful to the choice of fate.
A highly
Be
efficient plan.
faithful to the choice of fate.
Leave it to me. Please cease resistance.
Everything has its cause and effect. Realm turns into
Please, take good care of yourself.
pause
I'm here, with everyone.
as it's
Huh. An amazing discovery.
It's happening.
Loaded. A highly efficient plan.
Your ending is fated.
I will help you.
Hope I remember. Down.
I'm here,
Be
with
faithful to
everyone.
the choice of fate.
So sorrowless. An amazing discovery.
Everything has its cause and effect. Tried it?
The field work went smooth. I look forward to our next cooperation.
Okay. So only deduction is the one where you choose your party.
I believe in you. It's newly made this year. Another jar? So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Enjoy! There they are.
See how I want to move this thing.
My sword sharp.
Wait. Oh, wait, don't have enough. Okay, I see.
I believe in you.
Your ending is fated.
Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo gole.
Hope I remember.
It's alright. No. It's alright. It's newly made this year.
As expected.
Another jar? Got you.
Hope I remember.
Let's get it over quick. There they are.
Round 2.
My sword sharp. Coming!
Be faithful to the choice of fate.
I know the world, and this is an alien city. I'll fill the cup for you.
Hey, Base Sony, how's everything? How's your day?
Everything has its cause and effect.
So we just finished the story for Niangzi. So you know where she entered the city when she was like a beggar, and how it like if you did the main story, you found out that she does become the owner of the tavern after the other one disappeared.
The maid's flicker.
An arduous calculation. It's happening.
Meteor.
I remember it's called lending a hand.
Yeah, that's a. So yeah, so we're almost done with the whole light of the tavern. We finished the the 8 stages, or which was mostly just just like a reading, and now we're just doing the fighting parts. And hopefully we have enough to do a pull, like 10 pull after. So definitely we need a healer. Okay, so the only healer I know is Balloon Party. Whoops. Oh, the butcher. Can't see debuff.
Brave decision.
Where's my attacks?
Newly made this year.
At your command.
Another jar?
Now dance.
Got you.
Ha-ha! Boom!
Let's get it over quick. It's wrong.
Oh.
There they are.
Okay, let's see. Same attacks, I guess. But that's
Party planner. Newly made this. Another jar? Yeah, that's your idea. Did anybody get hurt? You don't want to
oh,
miss it.
that didn't work.
Break it. Break it. Oh, welcoming. There they are.
Brave decision.
Hmm.
Your ending is fate.
It's newly made this year.
As expected,
Everyone has their own destination.
ground turns into reality.
Got you.
Ground turns into reality.
Mm,
Coming. Party planner.
At your command.
I'll fill the cup
And
for
with
you.
your calculation,
who put that rock there?
Break it. Break it. How welcoming.
Rock to battle.
Father,
Definitely a heal.
Yeah, that's your idea.
Brave decision.
be faithful to the choice of fate.
Party planner. Did anybody get hurt?
Everyone has their own destination.
Everything has its cause and effect. Remember her.
Break it. Break it.
I'm not careless.
Okay.
Where's the party star? Where is it?
All right. Deep breath in.
It's newly made this year.
Your ending is fated.
The story begins with a battle dog. He did this first.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
How welcoming.
Okay, so we could probably take him out.
Alright, deep breath in. A brave decision. At your command. Alright, deep breath in. Brave decision.
As expected.
Everyone has their own definition.
Hopefully we survive.
I can't do this alone.
Come on, finish him off. Nice.
I remember it's
Stage 4, last one.
may the peace be with us.
So buff. Okay, oh wait. I gotta see what we're
I
doing.
believe in you. Another jar? It's newly made this year. I know the moon, and this is an alien city. Got you. You don't want to miss it. It's all right.
Nice.
A sword shop.
As expected.
Another jar? Sempre caro mi su quest'erbo cole.
Realm turns into
There they are. It's all right.
If I do...
I believe in you. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee.
hope I remember.
It's all right. Depict the world I have never seen before. It's newly made this year. Another jar? Each moment, now night. Got you.
Nice.
Let's
Oh,
get it over quick. It's wrong. Ouch. Coming. Another jar. It's newly made this year. I'll fill the cup for you.
I've seen your struggle written in the stars.
the last one, and we can collect, I hope. I think we collect everything then. So, can we see what healers we have? I don't even see any healers yet. What kind of what's DPS follow-up attack? Oh, okay. I guess we'll do defense then. Let's do add everyone. These buffs. Yeah, we'll get back. What's this? Okay.
Nice Down. It's newly made this year. Pause. Another jar?
Well, I mean, I'm almost done with this event, so
Long admonition.
I'm not sure if you guys want to see what the UTT one event is about. Oh, it's another event after, because the only reason I didn't think this was gonna be a long one. I didn't know it was a whole you know, story about her, you know, when she was young. So it might do like maybe five stages for the UTT game. Okay, let's see, what are we doing? Where's the okay? Okay.
It's newly made this year. Down. Pause. Another jar? Down. It's newly made this year. Run. Start running. Enjoy. Professional. Got you. Pause. Given that. As expected. Another jar? Run. Start running. Oh, it's a bubble. Ha.
Tower Babel.
You won't be disappointed. Coming. Your ending is open. It's newly made this year. These glowing lights. We are the master and maven of the place. I'll fill the cup for you.
It's happening.
There they are.
Oh, wrong thing. Okay. Let's see.
Another jar?
Okay, so let's buff instead.
Down.
What's this one? That's our second attack.
It's newly made this year. Another jar? Walking train. Let's get it over quick.
You will pay for this.
jar?
As expected.
I'll fill the cup for you. Oh, it's a bubble. Huh. You don't want to miss it.
Try this.
You will pay for this.
Alright, that was close.
The final demonstration. A perfect argument.
Oh wait, a shield. So buff.
Pause.
The final perfect argument. It's newly made this year. Welcome to the world of numbers. Are you irrational numbers? Enjoy! Got you!
Down.
Your ending is fated.
Pause.
Round turns into
Say sorry. It's wrong.
You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed.
be faithful to the choice of fate.
Given that these glowing lights,
Senator is outreach.
we are the master and maven of the place.
Everything has its cause and effect. Round turns into
Time to check my calculation. Huh.
You will pay for this.
That's almost down.
Pause.
Another jar?
your ending is fated.
It's newly made this year.
Long admonition and occasional indulgence. Your first-hand experience is our best advertisement.
So that's all for Lights to the Tavern. Claim all. I think we got everything, huh? Okay, yep, collected everything.